have cancer. Those are the words that I heard 15 years ago while standing in my bathroom. I knew by the tone of my doctor's voice that the news wasn't going to be good. I sat down on the edge of my bathroom, paralyzed in fear, tears rolling down my cheeks, playing out every possible scenario in my mind. When all of a sudden I was jolted back to reality by the laughter and honestly, probably the fighting of my 4 young kids outside the bathroom door. Even if you've never received that call, chances are you've received some sort of bad news. We all do. It's a part of life. Looking at me today, you probably wouldn't believe that 10 years ago, standing in that bathroom, facing a stage 4 cancer diagnosis, not knowing what was next, but knowing that I would have to fight to live, that I secretly and selfishly felt an incredible amount of relief and freedom in the news that I just heard. Yeah, I know it's crazy. How many of us here would raise their hand if they'd just been given a life diagnosis and tell me that they were relieved to get it? Well, I did. You see, I was a survivor before cancer. I was somebody that was just going through the motions of life. I was busy trying to live up to everybody else's expectations, doing all the things that I thought I needed to do to be the person that everybody else wanted me to be, and maybe even sometimes being the person I wanted other people to see me as, just existing. That day in the bathroom 10 years ago, as I looked in the mirror at my reflection, I didn't recognize the worn out, overcommitted, overstressed, imperfect, broken human being staring back at me. She was lost. She'd been lost for a very long time. But it was in that moment I made the decision that I was going to walk out that door. And I didn't care if I had 5 minutes left or 50 years. I was going to rock every single minute of my life. Now, at some point, all of us are going to be blindsided by bad news. Some of this news is going to be traumatizing. Some of this news is going to be overwhelming. And some of this news is just going to be annoying. But here's the thing. It's just news. We don't have to be devastated by it. We get to make a choice, a decision, to stay in it or move through it, to give up or walk out that door and move forward in your life. I stand here tonight as a cancer survivor, but actually, I'm standing here living and thriving because that day in the bathroom, I made the choice to live. I made the choice to move forward. So under your seats, you all have a gift. I want you to take that gift, and I want you to sit it in your lap. Now, before you open it, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think about that one thing that's going on for you right now. That one thing, and it might be multiple things, that have held you hostage. That one thing that's taken your freedom and not allowed you to move forward. Now open your eyes. I want you to open up that gift and take out what's inside. You see, life is about decisions. We're going to have many decisions that we have to make in this life. And not all these decisions are going to be easy, but how we choose to handle or not handle the situations and these decisions, when the cancers in life show up unexpectedly, that's what makes the difference in everything. So I want you to take that mirror, and I want you to hold it up. And I want you to look at that reflection. Who do you see? Do you see yourself? Life, living, and your legacy begin and end with you. So my question for you is, as you look at this reflection, are you going to choose to stay stuck in your pain and the fear that you have around whatever news you've received? Or are you going to make the choice tonight to walk out that door and rock every single day of the rest of your life? Say yes.